We're on. I know we're on. Because this is episode 227 of Festool Live. Hey, everybody. Happy Festool Friday. It is a really great Friday. Let me introduce the room, and I'll tell you why it is a fantastic Friday. Okay, right over here, we have Christine.
You are way too close.
Did you hear that? We get the Chris cam. Behind the camera, we have Chris, the unit, Cybert.
Hey.
Okay, and on the line, we have Garrett Fumio Sato.
What's happening?
Hey, how are you, Garrett? Thank you once again. You're always there for us. And it's because we have a birthday boy. Woo! Hey, everybody, it's Brent's birthday, and he's probably not watching. He's probably sipping little umbrella drinks by the pool. Okay. And you like that, Minnie?
Happy birthday, Brent. Yes.
Happy birthday. And on the board, and once again, she's not bored, it's Min Min.
Hi.
It's Minnie Boom Boom Gleb. What's up, Boom Boom? Woo! All right. God, I make things up on the fly sometimes. Okay. It's because today I'm a little nervous, and I'll tell you why. 33 years ago today, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I get married.
Oh,
It's my anniversary.
that's awesome, Sedge.
Hey, Marianne, I'll tell you to watch this tonight. If you're not watching now, I love you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Whew, I made it through.
Sing for her?
Well, no. I had to pay her. Cost me a small fortune, the whole family inheritance, but it's okay. I wouldn't be who I am today without her. I actually said that for the record, didn't I?
Yep.
It is forever immortalized.
Yeah.
I mean it. Okay, so we have Dirk from Oh, not yet? Okay, hang on. We have Scienceville Doug from Florida. Okay, we have No, not yet?
No.
Okay, I gotta wait. Okay, so this is a fun one for me, okay? Because I do a lot of trade shows over the years, 18 years worth, and I do demo days here and there. And I got a lot coming up this fall. Please stay tuned during the month of August, because I'm going to make a lot of announcements of where we're going to be. Doing demo days. I've been on the phone organizing all of these. It is going to be, and it starts on 8/23. That's a Saturday, I think, right? I'll be in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, at a build-off at the Festool Boutique up there. I'm really stoked about it. Hey, guess what? I'm actually a judge. Woohoo! It's going to be fun. So we're going to be up there in Michigan. And it's a neighborhood in Detroit. So be there or be square. Okay, but as we progress through November, September, October, and November, I'll announce where we're going to be, or I'm going to be doing demo days. So the reason I'm telling you that is because if you saw the promo that we put out there, we called this the Festool Myths. Okay, and it sounds funny I say that, but there's a lot of not misinformation out there, but simple explanations to things where people think it's one way and it's actually not that way. Did that sound right, man?
Kind of, sort of, yes.
Kind of, sort of? Okay.
Yeah.
In other words, last weekend I was down at Woodcraft Dayton.
Yeah.
Woo! Hey, John, you watching? I had so much daggone fun. I was there Saturday morning from 9 to 12. I met some of the most unbelievable people, but I'm going to tell you something else that was unbelievable. Minnie, you got to go down there. We all got to go down there someday just to hang out.
I'm ready.
What a fantastic crew they have. Tony, you've done a fantastic job, brother. Thank you so much. Are they watching?
They are watching.
Okay, you guys owe me some money. Okay, so people were asking questions. People were bringing in pieces to me, say, hey, Sedge, can you put this together with the Domino? And I was like, sometimes I think everybody knows this stuff, or you haven't been paying enough attention to Festool Live. But it's kind of cool because I'm going to answer some of the questions that I get asked all the time. And I think, I scratch my head, I go, boy, these are kind of like weird because I've done 100 videos on each one of these. So follow me over here. And this is one I think Chris likes because I brought up the glass.
Oh my God.
I did. Chris loves this, okay? So, hey, and guess what I have, Chris? This is for Rick. I'll turn on the light. Isn't that nice? So you can see this is a piece of Lexan. So over the years, and Chris, I'm going to move this, watch, so you can see this. The motion that the Domino makes, it's basically a router bit that's spinning, okay, and plunging at the same time. But I used to hear people say, oh, it makes a mortise like that. No. It makes, people think it makes a mortise with a huge arc in there. No, it's a very slight arc. So what I want to do, and I'm going to talk through this, and I'll tell you what I've heard a lot of people explaining over the years about the Domino. So I put a 6mm bit in there, and hey, Minnie, a little bit of math. I'm going to use a 6x40 Domino. So I got a 6mm bit in there, and pay attention, Min. And don't help, Christine.
She asked me to do math this morning. It did not work.
Okay, so this is 6x40. What's 40 divided by 2?
It's a whopping 20.
You're pretty good.
Yeah.
Miss Metric. Okay, so hey, man, this is going to start to turn out really good. Guess what I'm starting to do? Put the plug in the wrong way. Oh, my God. Hashtag whoopsie. Okay, hang on. Hashtag whoopsie. Okay, so when you put a plug-in cord, everybody. So I want you to see the mortise. Let me see, get this back here. This is the mortise that it actually does. I'm going to turn this on. Okay, so hopefully this is coming through. I'm going to grab here a square so you can actually see this, all right? And I'm going to bring it over here like this. And well, let's do it like this. Chris, can you get in here, cameraman? Oh, no, I got to go from this, okay? And you're going to see it is a very, very, very slight arc. Is that coming through, Christine? Sort of? Okay, so here's what I heard one time at a trade show. That, and I plunged here. Ooh, I plunged at 15, okay? It should be 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it to 20, and I'm going to go over and do it again, okay? So you can see this.
Sorry, Sedge.
Oh, are you okay, Chris? That was actually pretty cool because you could see the dust extraction, all that acrylic coming out, huh? It's pretty cool. Okay, so I heard somebody once say at a trade show, oh, that doesn't plunge 20, it plunges extra. No, it doesn't. Always remember what I've always said on every Domino Festool Live. The precision is on the machine. Hey, Minnie?
Yes, sir.
What's half of 38?
14.
Half of 40, right? Okay, so.
It's 2, so yeah. There you go.
Okay, so listen, watch really quick. This is not we wanted to keep the math easy for everybody. So, Chris, I'm going to turn this video. Minnie, I set you up and I apologize because watch. If I actually measure the true length of this 6x40 tenon, it's actually 38 and a half. Okay, so it's 19 and 19. In other words, what people were trying to say or overthink, it's a myth, that when I put too much glue in a mortise, which I never do, I always butter the Domino and push it in, and it wicks to the adjacent surfaces, and there's little honeycombs on here, herringbone design. Okay, over here, Chris.
Oh, no.
Okay, like that. See the little herringbone design? Those are little glue wells. It's too bright?
It looks like.
How's that?
There, Chris.
Is that better?
Yes.
No, no. That's better. There's a little herringbone design on there. So when I butter this and push it into the mortise, it wicks to the adjacent surface. But if you feel like you need to fill or put a lot of glue in there, it's not going to bottom out. And that's what everybody thought, it was going to bottom out. That's why everybody was saying, oh, it plunges more than 20. It does not. We knock this down by 2 millimeters in case of that, which is not going to happen. But on the side of the domino, there's little ledges here, or little what we call glue wells, that with hydraulic action, if you push it in, because of that slight arc, a millimeter short, that will wick up and out. So it's a waste of glue if you put too much glue in the mortise. But the myth is it plunges exactly, if you can follow that. And I've had people email me and say, hey, what domino do I use for this and this? And does the machine plunge extra? No, it doesn't. The precision is on the machine. Whew. Hopefully I cleared up that myth. Okay, I'm going to turn off my light. Okay, got it? You good with that? Okay, next. Let's swing around here, because we're going to talk a little bit about the Capex. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the laser. Okay, now, I need to adjust my laser. Something's off. I can only see one laser. I've heard that. I've heard one of my lasers are getting fuzzy. I had two guys from Chicago many, many moons ago, and they're saying, they came over, they looked at my laser here, they go, my God, is that crisp? Is that a brand new Capex or new laser? Did you adjust it? I go, I have never adjusted it. They go, what do you mean? And I go, ours is they're a little thicker, the lasers. I was up in Vermont once, and one guy goes, I'm sending my Capex in because I can only see one laser. And I go, do you get a posi drive screwdriver? He goes, what do you mean? I go, can I fix it for you? Aha. Chris, come over right here. And you're going to see right here, there's a little screw. It's a posi drive. Okay, you take the posi drive and you loosen it right here. Okay, I usually do 3 spins. And what that does is that disengages this piece right here so you can take it out. This here is the lens. It's a protective lens, and this is crystal clear. And what happens over time, and this guy who only had one laser was completely covered up here on one side. When I popped that out, he freaked out. So what you do is you take a terry cloth or whatever. I usually use my shirt, okay? And you clean it off, and you push it right back in here. So 9 out of 10 times when somebody says, hey, Sedge, can you show me how to adjust the lasers? Yes, I know how to do it, okay? No, I'm not going to do it on Festool Live because it's not that it's an intricate process. I always use really high-end machinist tools to do it, and not everybody has that. Because 9 out of 10 times, you just have to clean the lens or the protective lens, okay? And then what you do is you just take your posi drive screwdriver, and there you go. And it's a perfect alignment again. So don't go around and start messing with all the adjustments. Clean the lens first. Woo! There we go. Next. I know I've done this a few times on Festool Live, but I wanted to cover it again. And I'm going to go through a couple of different myths. Come over here, Chris, so we can see this, cameraman. You see this right here? A lot of people used to come into the training room and go, why isn't that cut all the way through? And I'm like, none of mine are cut through. And I go, why? And it's because when I set up the saw, okay, I tighten these cams right here. Are we getting a shot of those? It's these green cams right here. See these? Okay, I put it on the rail just like this, and I tighten them all the way. Okay, and this is, what I'm going to do is cut my splinter guard for the first time. Because once I cut it correctly, everywhere I lay this, any witness mark I make, it's going to cut right on that line, 100% splinter free. Okay, so I tighten them up so there's no lateral tolerance. I call it slop. There's no slop in there in that little track on this rib right here. Okay, so there's no lateral tolerance. Now, I want to make sure we get this. When I start my cut, ooh, let's see if I can do this, Chris, so you can see it. Right here, when I start my cut, that cam is engaged, okay? If it's not, I'm not going to get an accurate cut. See how it's wavering? See that? So I always make sure I start here and I end up here. So that is where my accuracy lies. Now here's one of the things that I heard and I read on a forum once, and I was like, it doesn't matter. Somebody will say, oh, to make sure you get a better cut on your splinter guard, it should be supported on a piece of material. You can if you want, but it doesn't matter. I always usually cut it off of because I don't want to ruin the material I'm going to cut next. So I'm going to hook this up, and I'm not going to set it full depth. I usually set it right here where it says FS, that's the thickness. I usually set it about 30, and I'm good to go. And you'll see where it lines up. Oh, you know what's really nice? The TS60 doesn't take a plug-it cord. I'm having a great day, hey? I'll just take that and bring it in, and I'll cut the splinter guard. And then I'm going to make a cut along the length here in a minute. So I come back here, I look where I'm at, and I'll make the cut. Okay, now, that lined up perfectly. What I'll do is when I make that cut, I did it at 30, I'll go like this, and then I'll go like this, and I'll cut my splinter guard here, then I'll come over here, I'll mark my rail here, okay? Now, the only time this should be cut all the way through is when you've connected rails, all right? But if you're so inclined that you have to cut from end to end, just don't line it up out here. Line it up within your marks here, and you'll be fine. Follow me? I hope. Good. Next. I hear this ever so often. And I wish I could come out to your shops and do it with you. But I'm going to show you here. It has to do with the track saw. And I'll coach you through a few things right here. I'm just going to grab really quick because I don't want to take a lot off of the material. What do I have here?
Oh!
This is where, hey Dirk, I forgot to get some stickers from you last week. Send me some stickers. Okay, good. I got enough in here, I think. All right, so I'm going to set this up for success. This never gets old for me because this is one of the greatest tools. Okay, so when you're getting ready to cut, I'm going to set this right here for 20 millimeters. FS, where it says FS, that cursor there, compensates for that's the thickness of my material. Okay, now, I was discussing this with somebody last week, and I hear this ever so often. My long FS 3000 rail is warped. It's hard to tell everybody it's not the rail that's warped. It's how you're using the saw. Hopefully that comes across nicely, because I truly mean this, because I used to have this situation myself. I used to cut like this all the time, okay? And even if I clamped it, I'm broad-shouldered, I would put ever so slight lateral tolerance on here. So I would have a hollow in here, and I went through 2 3000 rails because I was cutting 1.5 inch maple, and I was getting a hollow right here, and it was driving me crazy. And then I realized you cut from behind the saw, you push the saw. So when I start this, I always verify I'm not going to start here on the board, but I start back here, making sure both my cams are on that rib. I'm going to bring down my dust extraction. Okay, and you see how I'm behind the saw right here? I'm letting the saw make the cut. I'm not pushing it. I'm pushing from behind the saw. So, if you think that your saw or your rail has a bend in it, why don't you try this first, getting behind the saw? Okay, that's how I use the Capex as well. This is how I was trained using a hand plane. You put 3 fingers in here. This is pointing forward, and this is on top. It's how the CXS12 was designed, or on every C drill. It's the ergonomics of power tools. Index finger pointing forward, 3 fingers in the handle, and this is how you hold it because you get behind the saw. That's just the basic ergonomics. It's the basic ergonomics of using a track saw as well. It forces you into the position of cutting straight, drilling straight.
Gangster, man.
Did that come through? Did you hear what she said? Gangster, man. Hey, too bad. Okay, right over here. Now, I had an internal training this week, and I thought, oh, I'll add this in there. First, let's talk about the RO150. Okay. I get this all the time. Ooh, we'll do it with the 150, not the 125. I'm pressing the fast fix button, and I can't take the pad off. Chris, do you know what I'm doing wrong? What?
It's not in Rotex.
Oh, Minnie, did you hear that? Oh, I don't know anything about power tools. Hey, he's been doing this with me for 5 years. 6, right?
No, just about September.
Wow, September. Hey, September he's been here 6 years. Can you believe that? Wow.
So old.
I'm a lifer, man.
God, Bitcoin's younger than you, I think. It is. Okay, so I'm going to put it in Rotex, and what happens is that pin engages it. You press the button here, and you spin it off. Okay, so maybe a little troubleshooting, less Festool myth on this.
Like there were questions.
Shoot.
The pencil marks stated for lineup. Lineup to what? That.
Edge of the splinter gad.
Gotcha. Okay.
And now, if you do a thick Mac, it all depends. Are you going to leave it? It all depends on your eye and how you grew up. Are you splitting the line, leaving the line? But the splinter guard lines up to where you place it on the line. Whether you lose it, keep it, or split it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Great question.
Going forward.
Okay, going forward. I can give you a tip on that.
Going forward.
No, should I do that? No. Going forward, I'll keep with the Rotex. Okay, that's a funny question. That's a good question, but a funny one. Okay, so this is something a lot of people don't know, and I think they should, because the Rotex 150 and 125 are 2 modes. Okay, you have random orbit, and you have Rotex. It's a geared random orbit. So let's go over here. The Rotex is 3 modes. Okay, let's start with, and everybody who has a random orbit sander, okay, knows this. If I put too much pressure on the pad, what happens? The pad stalls. Wow, Christine just answered that. I just worked the board. I mean, you guys are gonna take my job soon, all of yous. Oh my God.
It'll take all of us.
I've been training you all for 5 years. Okay, so I like to put Max on the pad so I can describe orbits to people. I was doing this week with Christelle, okay? And we were sanding, and I said, put pressure on there. You see how it stalled? Okay, but that's random orbit. That's a fairly aggressive orbit. But then one of the bigger dots in Rotex, when you turn it, you hear that? It just clicked in. You see those lines? I can put a ton of pressure on there and it's not stopping. Hence, a geared random orbit. So, when you look at the top of the RO90, you can see a little triangle. And what people think, it's true that I have to put on the triangle pad. It's not so true. Hopefully it's partially true. But if I take it and watch, and you'll hear it lock in, yes, you could take the pad off and put this on, but if you need orbital, a very less aggressive orbit, watch. See the line standing still? It's basically an orbital sander, a very fine finish sander. But we just happen to make it so you can put a triangular pad in there and get into nooks and crannies. Okay? So it's a 3-orbit sander. Myth busted.
Whoa.
Whoa. Gangsta. All right. Okay, so let's go back to this because I get this question quite a bit. Let me get a fine pencil. So when I'm measuring something, let's get it over here, Chris, really quick when I'm setting this up. I'm just... My what? No, I'm going to use this pencil. It's a 9mm.
Oh.
It's a little bit smaller. So when I'm going to measure something out, and I know this tape is accurate. I'm going to measure this out, and I'm going to do 200. Okay, so I'm going to measure it at 200. This is the way I do it at home. Okay, I always do this because I know. See that point right there? That's 200. So what I do, I'm going to try not to break this saw. I'm going to take it off the rail. So when I line that up, I'll make a mark at 200 down here, but this will answer the question. I take it, and I know I cut this with that TS60. When I line that up, I line it up on my point, and I split the line. Okay? So hopefully that answered the question. And that lined it up exactly where I wanted. I split the line with mine. Okay, cool.
Gangsta.
Gangsta. That was cool, huh? Yeah. Well, I said an hour. It was 25 minutes.
We have another question.
Oh, what is it?
The orbit of the RO150 is 5mm.
Yep.
The RO90
Vaguely remember, I think it is 2.5.
Okay.
Yes, vaguely remember that. 2.5, 3mm close. Yes, okay. Okay. Is Garrett on the line?
He is. And he's responded.
He has? What did he say?
He said, oh no coffee? Yes. 5mm for RO150, 3mm for RO90.
Christine, 3mm.
Okay.
I made this for you. I used to take macrame, and I just made that for you. Isn't that nice, Rispa? Minnie, are you jealous I made her a bracelet out of splinter gad?
Bling, bling.
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 Okay. Woo! I have so much fun doing this. All right, let's do it. Chris, what's the matter? Getting lazy? Look at him. You can't see the unit. I need a camera. A unit. I need a unit cam.
I can mount a GoPro on your head.
No. Okay, so we have Dirk from Dayton, we have Doug from Zionsville, we have Joe from Waseca, Illinois, Rob from South Devon, England, David from Portland, Oregon, Stevie Z from Sweden, Big Island Ed, Mike M from Austin, Texas. Mikey, how are you? We have Jason from Fenton, Michigan, Rick from sunny Blackpool, England, Mark S from Woodcraft, Springfield, Virginia. Minnie told me you're coming for training. Woo! Wicked cool, man. Dan from Norway, Des from Harrogate, England, Yazoo from Paramaribo, Suriname, Matt from Charleston, South Carolina, Leo from Holland, Martin from El Cajon. Hopefully I'm saying that right. We have Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington. Captain Kirk from Marietta, Georgia. Why are you guys all smiling? I don't know. We have Warren from Batavia, Ohio. I said it, eh? Warren was there last week with us. And everybody before was kind of ragging on me at the Woodcraft in Dayton. Say this, you always say Batavia. It's Batavia. I go, right, it's Batavia. So he walks in, I go, hey Warren, is it Batavia or Batavia? He goes, Batavia. I go, okay, I'll say Batavia. Okay, Dale from Swattalinco, currently in the Canary Islands.
Wow.
Canary in a coal mine. All right, we have Blake from Nevada, California, Michael from Edmonton, Alberta, Leo from Hawaii, the Big Island. We have Robert Stone Cold from Landrum, South Carolina, Jeff from Clarksburg, Maryland, Mac from Krimpen en de Lek, the Netherlands, Tom and Kelly, the institution known as Tom and Kelly from Eatonton, Georgia, Stefan from Augsburg, Germany, Soren from Denmark. Soren's there with us. Stefan's there with us a lot. Bermuda Steve, George from the Netherlands, the Welsh Rabbits here, Oliver from Southern California, Ariana from Alliance, Nebraska, Rob from Cinnaminson, New Jersey, Woodcraft Dayton crew, you guys are always there. Thank you for all your support. Spactrician, that'd be Willie, Terry from Salt Lake City, Utah, Garrett from Lafayette.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh my God. Chris. Paul, Cheryl, and Sam, they're back home again in Anthem, Arizona.
They've been in Japan. They went to Vegas.
What? Japan and Vegas?
Can I be adopted?
Wow, you guys are royal travelers. Petri from Jolarvi, Finland. Mark from Loyal Heights, Seattle, Washington. And he's already been there, Doug from Zionsville.
Yeah,
You put him twice?
I must have. He must be really excited to be here.
Gail from Eden, New York. Watson from Capex, North Wales. Pineapple Barbecue and Woodwork from Space Coast, Florida. Yeah, I know about the Space Coast. David K. from St. Charles, Missouri. Hythe Woodworking, Sedgefield, North Carolina.
Whoa.
That's kind of cool. Richard from Guelph, Ontario. That's in Canada. Jurgen from Delft, the Netherlands. Mac from Anaheim, California. Johnny O from Atco, New Jersey. Jeff Covey. Boom, boom. Woo! Ono Coffee from Baltimore. Jeff from St. Louis. Matt from Canfield, Ohio. Dale from Hillsdale, Michigan. DJ Ziggy from Littleton, Colorado. Dick Ziggy.
Ziggy.
I said Ziggy.
Okay. My bad.
You're being too gangsta on me. Okay. Dick from Katy, Texas. Rico from Denmark. They say Denmark, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that was the Gov, right?
Who?
In Sedgefield.
It's the Gov?
Yeah. I thought.
Oh, I didn't understand it was the Gov. Hey, it's the governor. It's the governor. George from Tallinn, Estonia. John from Naperville, Illinois. Jeff from Bloomington, Indiana. Robbie Juan Kenobi from Corinth, Texas. The Super Beetle from Columbus, Ohio. The Maestro from Ontario.
We haven't seen Maestro for a while.
Maestro, what's up, Maestro?
Yeah.
We have Jamie from Nashville, Indiana. Wes from Knoxville, Tennessee. Kenneth from Oak Park, Illinois. Greg from Ottawa. Dick from Zumbro Falls, Minnesota. Mike P. from Oahu. Lote from Stockholm. Patrick from Cape Town, South Africa. Wicked. Mike E. from Merced, California. Frank from Downlands Grove, Illinois. Jerry from San Diego. Daniel from Southern California. Dan, my main man, Dan from Kingman, Arizona. He's the transplanted acorn. Ron H. from Cincinnati, Ohio. Nicole from Montreal. John from Freiburg, Maine. You know the best part about Freiburg, Maine? The Freiburg Fair. Yes, sir. Freiburg Fair went up every year. Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. Joseph from Bellevue, Nebraska. I wonder if they still have the Freiburg Fair. Trunco Solutions from Los Angeles, California. Rick from Nashville. Gavin from Service Department.
Gavin, hi. Best mom in the world, Leisha.
Oh, hey, Gavin, how are you? Hey, I met you this week. You doing good, kid? Awesome. Norman from Fallbrook, California. Is that it?
John McNally says no way.
John McNally says no way. Who's John McNally?
Is he our friend from your neck of the woods?
Oh, from Freiburg Fair?
Is that him?
Oh, yeah, John, Freiburg Fair.
No way, you went to the fair up there.
Oh, dude, we always used to go up. They had a great sheep exhibit. Yeah, it was really cool. No, my mom, last time I was down, when I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Mom would send me pictures of the sheep up there at the Freiburg Fair.
Fresh wool.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, everybody. What? What?
Festool Live from the Freiburg Fair.
Yes, sir. Man, you know what? We ought to do a Festool Live from the sheep exhibit at the Freiburg Fair.
Will the state fair open today?
Oh, that's right, the Indiana State Fair. Chris was telling me he was watching it on the news this morning with them in Sophia. It's Sophia, Rose. I made a mistake last week. Okay, everybody. Promise me you have a fantastic weekend. I know we're going to. The weather is to die for in Indiana. The heat broke. Everybody's outside except the Festool Live crew. We almost did this outside. Chris from Malta's here.
Hey!
Okay, now we can retire. He's here. It's about time. Chris, I still want to do a Festool Live from Malta. Believe it or not, I've always wanted to travel to Malta. I heard it's beautiful, huh?
Craig and Tyler made it too.
Oh, from Verts, Virginia. How do I remember this stuff? You didn't even write that.
I know.
It's Chris and Tyler Bronsky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know why I remember? They were here, remember, for Festool Live during the pandemic? That was wicked cool.
Yep.
That was wicked cool. Okay, everybody. Have a great weekend. We love you. Thanks for being part of this with us. We really appreciate it. I got a job. All right. I'm coming to a place near you soon. So hang in there. There's a lot of dates that are going to be announced coming up. It's getting kind of crazy. I was on the phone with Jeff Covey yesterday talking about a couple of them. So I'll be in Michigan, you know, the part of the mitten. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know. I think I'm kind of here on the mitten, I think. I don't know, but okay, so where's Detroit on the mitten? Here?
Well, is it left or right?
I always forget. Okay, I'm going to be up on the mitten twice in the next month. So hang in there. We'll talk to you soon. We love you. Have a great weekend. And I'll work out the mitten next week, okay?
That's good.
Good.
Right.
That's a wrap, I think.